Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that will be linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. After all the sort of frenzy regarding Declan Rice on Thursday, yesterday it seemed to just calm down a little bit, you know what I mean? And there was sort of no real big movement on it, but could we see movement this weekend? Arsenal fully expected now to come in with a third bid for Declan Rice that should take it up to around about £100 million, which is the sort of money that West Ham United are looking for. However, as we know, Manchester City are also hovering around and may match that offer as well. And then it's going to boil down to where is Declan Rice going to decide to go to? Said it yesterday. It sort of boils down to: do you want to stay in London with your, he's got his family. Apparently, he loves it in London. Do you want to stay in London? Do you want to be the main guy at Arsenal, or do you want to go and sort of get guaranteed trophies at Manchester City, or lift Arsenal to be in that team that wins the big trophies? It's a big decision for him to make. There's all kind of different things being said. You look at different journalists. There's some journalists that are saying Declan Rice is going to move to Manchester City. There's other journalists who are saying, no, he's definitely going to move to Arsenal. He's already given them guarantees. He loves it in London, etc. The only person who knows exactly where he's going to go to is Declan Rice. Let's be real. Right now, he's the only one, or his representatives that are near to the deal. Everybody else is just speculating. It's going to come down to Declan Rice and where he decides to go to. Obviously, all Arsenal fans are hoping that it will be Arsenal, but I think we will find out in the next few days. Third bid imminent by Arsenal. Where is Declan Rice going to go to? Could Arsenal also throw in Eddie Nketiah as part of the deal? Now, there's been a lot of talk that Eddie Nketiah has been very unsettled by not just the Declan Rice thing, but also the fact, and more importantly, the fact that Kai Havertz is coming into Arsenal as well. That deal's been done and fully expect that to get announced next week. Where does that leave Eddie Nketiah? Already behind Gabriel Jesus. Not sure exactly what position Kai Havertz is going to play in, but he's probably going to be along that forward line. Does that limit the time of Eddie Nketiah even more? Balogun could come back. Again, that could limit his time. There's been talk that he could be part of a deal to get Declan Rice. So it could be like cash plus Eddie Nketiah for Declan Rice. And we know that West Ham United are one of those clubs that are interested in Eddie Nketiah. So could he be on the move this summer? He's also wanted by other clubs. Fulham are said to be very interested in him. Also, Crystal Palace. He's 24 now, Eddie, and I'm sure he wants to be playing football week in, week out. But it's, again, a lot of this is going to come down to possibly the player. Do you want to stay at Arsenal, or do you want to move on? But certainly it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Eddie Nketiah. Jurriën Timber, as we know, has been heavily linked with Arsenal. Now, we're being told that Arsenal are going to go in with a second bid. Could be as soon as today. The first bid that they put in for £30 million was rejected. Arsenal have been preparing another offer, said to be around the sort of £40 million marks. Of course, Ajax, they want about £51 million, which is roughly 60 million euros. Some sort of compromise is going to have to be met if Arsenal are going to be able to get the versatile centre-back into the club. Would represent a very, very good signing. It's gone under the radar because of all the Declan Rice stuff that's been going on. But Jurriën Timber is a top player. And if we could get him, I think that would be represent an excellent signing by Arsenal. But because of all the Declan Rice stuff, it's basically under the radar at the moment. If they don't get him, and remember, Jurriën Timber, still money to be negotiated. Man United could also come back in. Could Arsenal go for a Man United target, which is Axel Disasi of Monaco? Now, Disasi, 25-year-old centre-back, again, quite versatile. Can play as a right-back, but predominantly he plays as a centre-back. He's right-footed, and we know that Mikel Arteta is all about balance. He's got left-footed centre-backs in Gabriel and also in Jakub Kiwior now. And he's definitely on the lookout for a right-back. A right-footed centre-back who can also play right-back. And Disasi, again, fits this bill. Valued at around about £34 million, had a really good season last year for Monaco and has been attracting a lot of interest. As I said, Manchester United are said to be the club right at the front of the queue to get him. They've been trying to get him since the start of the window. Chelsea are also interested in him as well. See him as a possible replacement for Koulibaly, who's on his way out of the club to Saudi Arabia. So could Arsenal make a move for Axel Disasi? Listen, they're after Timber. Timber is the number one target, but we know Arsenal, which is a good thing to do, but they always have a plan B, and Disasi possibly could be that plan B. And if Jurriën Timber or Disasi comes in, what's going to happen to Rob Holding? The forgotten man in all this. You know what I mean? We're all after that brand new, shiny new thing, but there's already a guy there. That's the ruthlessness of football. He's been linked with a move away from Arsenal. Now, Alt Sports claim that Celtic are very, very interested in signing Rob Holding. He's valued at around about £8 million. Has been at Arsenal since 2016. He was an Arsene Wenger signing. I think he's the, if I remember rightly, the longest serving player, current player, in that Arsenal squad. Yeah, because he was there before Granit Xhaka. But it does look increasingly likely that he's going to move on this season, despite the fact that the rumours are that he doesn't really want to leave the club. If Timber comes in, you know, you got Timber, you got Saliba, you've got Ben White who can play in that right centre back position. You've got Tomiyasu who can also do that. He really does start to slide down the pecking order and would see game time really, really limited. And I can see Rob Holding moving on. 27 now. Never's really played regular football for Arsenal. Maybe he wants to go and be a regular somewhere. We have to wait and see. But certainly, I think it's more than likely that Rob Holding does leave Arsenal this summer. Could be a good servant. Thomas Partey as well is another player that we've spoken about that could be on the way out as well. He's had mega offers from Saudi Arabia, but he wants to go to Juventus. And Juventus are very, very interested in him as well. It was all over the sort of sports papers in Italy a day or so ago, all about linking Thomas Partey to Juventus. The only thing is, will Juventus be able to pay the sort of fee that Arsenal will demand? As I said to you guys exclusively a couple of days ago, it's not really Arsenal that wanted him to leave. It's more Thomas Partey who wants to sort of, you know, go on to pastures new. So Arsenal are going to want a big fee for him. And also, I think Thomas Partey leaving puts more pressure on the Declan Rice deal as well, because if Partey leaves and Xhaka leaves, I mean, that leaves a massive hole in the midfield. It really does. So that gives even more pressure to try and get, you know, even though the fact that, you know, we could possibly be bringing in Lavia. There's supposed to have been a verbal agreement between the player and the club about that deal. But, I mean, it would still leave a big hole in that midfield if both of them were to leave. But it does look increasingly likely that Partey would leave. And as I said, his preferred destination is to go to Italy and to join Juventus. Those are the rumours for today. Don't forget, if you're around today, come and check us out at the Claude Cup. AFTV All-Stars versus DR Sports All-Stars. It's going to be a blast down there today. We're also going to be setting up a GoFundMe page if you're unable to get to the game, where you can donate to that great cause, the Gunnar Claude Trust, in honour of the great man himself. So make sure you do that if you've got some cash to spare for that charity. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. I'll be back tomorrow. And don't forget, we will keep you updated with anything that happens. Anything around Declan Rice, we will have it here. So just keep your notifications on, subscribe to the channel, and you won't miss a thing. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.